So when two people connect sexually, they generate a tremendous amount of energy, more than either one of them could have done by themselves. And you can use that energy that you build up and circulate it around your body to heal yourself. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can magnetize your ideal life. If you're interested in learning more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and when I go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course. There's a link in the video description below. So sex is a very powerful experience for us as human beings. Really, sex is a really amazing internal technology, we could say, a sort of soft biological technology. In our technologically obsessed world, the more that our external technology develops, our electrical devices, our iPhones, our computers, the more that these things evolve in our external world and the more obsessed we get with these things, the more that we tend to lose connection with that which truly makes us human, which is our soft biological technology. We're incredible beings. Our bodies are really an incredible biological technology within themselves, right? But we're in an age where we're kind of going in a weird direction, with artificial intelligence and these external devices that are taking more and more of our energy and attention. And it's really changing how people experience sex and sexuality. And unfortunately, in this day and age, a lot of men especially, their sole experience of sex is to be sitting in front of their computer watching, random actors have sex with each other as they sit there stiffly in their chair masturbating to this, right? This is becoming the extent of many people's experience of sexuality, which is a great imbalance compared to the potential that sexuality has for our happiness, our health, our longevity, and our ability to feel happy and balanced in our lives. So when you have sex with someone, your nervous systems connect. You're literally wiring your bodies together. It's like these two separate bodies, they almost become one body. They become one single nervous system in a way, especially as you get into a really deep connection. Think about it. You're exchanging fluids, you're exchanging pleasure with each other. You're exchanging electrical information that's moving through your nervous system, not to mention all this energetic exchange that's happening in a more esoteric level as well. So there's a lot happening during sex, and that's one of the reasons why we feel so nourished by it. That's one of the reasons why pretty much everyone loves sex and loves orgasm. Because again, you're connecting with someone else. We're in these polarized bodies, male, female, and this often creates this sort of split in our psyche. We feel incomplete. So when we have sex with someone, when we connect sexually, we literally complete that polarity within ourselves, yin yang, male, female, whatever. They come together and it creates this neutral force, this single combined organism, right, of free energy exchange. And it's a very, very powerful experience. And when you have sex with someone, you're matching your frequencies together, right? It's like you have your heartbeat, they have their heartbeat. It's like all of our bodies are tuned in a way to a frequency based on the emotions that you're feeling, the thoughts that are going through your mind, whether you're in fear or whether you're in love. If you're acting out of fear, you're in patterns of anxiety and stress and fearful situations, then your body's vibrating much slower, right? These much slower, like if you've ever seen these sine waves, your body's frequency is going to be this long, slow, curving wave because you're in a pattern of fear. When you're living in a pattern of love, of joy, of positivity and inspiration, you're vibrating much faster. Your frequency, the sine wave curve, it's a lot closer together, right? You're vibrating at higher octaves, right? And this affects all of the cells in your body. It affects every single part of yourself. So when you have sex with someone, you're literally tuning yourself to that person. You both tune into each other. So depending where you're at vibrationally, if you're in a high vibe, you may be able to bring your partner up, but if they're at the low vibe, they may be bringing you down, right? So you're tuning into each other's energy. So it's important to ask yourself, who is it that you are tuning yourself to? What kind of nervous system are you wiring yourself into? If it's someone who, again, is living at a very low vibrational state, if they're always in fear, always in anger and stress, then this is going to tune your system into those similar patterns, right? And on the other hand, if you're connecting with someone who has a lot of love, has a lot of joy, has a lot of, inspiration and is just, living at their highest potential, really, then that is what you are tuning yourself to. So if one person in the sexual exchange is drained, right? This is a situation a lot of people get into, is that maybe you're very conscious of your lifestyle, you're doing yoga, you're doing meditation, you're eating healthy, you're keeping your vibration high, right? You're keeping yourself in a good flow. But if you're sexually connecting with someone who's, kind of the opposite, they are stuck in these unconscious patterns of fear, of anger, of stress, projecting onto others, they're not eating healthy, they're not doing anything to keep their own energy balanced and pure, then that's going to affect you negatively. And essentially, they're going to be taking some of your energy during sex to raise their vibration to a level. So you come down a bit and they come up a bit. And, sometimes it works out in that way for couples. But if they're like in a really low state, right, it's always going to be pulling you down. It's very important to be aware of this. But the real magic happens when you and your partner are both vibrating at high levels. When you both have an internal practice, meaning that you're cultivating your energy, you are processing your emotions instead of just, projecting them onto others, projecting your anger, your fear, your traumas onto others. You have an internal practice where you're processing these things internally, resolving them, right? When you are in a sexual relationship with someone like that, it's incredibly powerful because you're both vibrating on a high level, and then you make love together, you tune into each other, and it raises your energy another octave, because that's what sexual energy does. That's what arousal and sexual pleasure does. It raises your vibration. You feel more alive. You feel more in your body. Orgasm is a very powerful, expansive energy. So when you're sharing that with someone else, you're creating all this energy, much more than either one of you would have been able to cultivate by yourselves. And then you can consciously use this energy in your meditation, right? Together, you can bring it through your bodies to store it in your body, bring it to various organs, bring it to parts of the body that need healing, and to fill each other up with this amazing level of energy. And so this is why the potential is so high for more evolved, sexual experience, tantric sex. It's a way to heal yourself, to heal your partner, and to amplify your spiritual growth together. And so this is really where the idea of sexual vampirism comes from, right? This idea of like the succubus or the incubus, this person who uses sex to deplete the energy of others, right? This kind of this myth that's very common. And there's definitely some truth to this. I think people take it a bit far. It really comes down to who are you choosing to connect to, right? What vibration are you in and what vibration are they in? And not to mention, what is your own skill of working with sexual energy? So for men, it's very easy for most men to become depleted by women because women are by nature sexually superior. Let's face it, they have to birth children, right? They literally create these human bodies, inside of them and birth them. That is tremendous sexual power that men, just don't have that, right? And so by nature, women are easily multi-orgasmic and they have this pretty much unlimited sexual stamina by nature, whereas men tend to be very easily exhausted through sex, right? Based on worldwide statistics, most men last about 5 to 6 minutes during sex before ejaculating. So that's not exactly strong sexual power, right? The good news is that men can train themselves to increase their sexual power to a level that matches women. This is what sexual kung fu is all about. Regulating your ejaculation and learning ejaculation control is essential for a man, especially if you want to use sex to improve your health and improve your energy. Because if you're ejaculating every time you have sex, you're losing your sexual charge and you have nothing to cultivate. So it's very important as a man that you learn to, first of all, control your ejaculation so that you can last longer and match that powerful feminine sexual energy. And second of all, learn to have orgasms without ejaculating so that you don't lose that strong masculine charge. And of course, it's not a big deal if you ejaculate here and there during sex. In fact, you can actually use that to heal your partner. So if you're in a relationship, your partner's, maybe they've been sick, they're kind of fighting something, and you're very strong and virile, you can give them a bit of your semen, by ejaculating during sex, and that will help them to charge their energy back up. So this is how sex becomes an exchange. Maybe you're a bit more energized one day, your partner's a little bit less energized that day, and you kind of match each other. So you give them a bit of your excess energy and that they use that to raise themselves back up. And maybe another day you're feeling a bit low, your partner has extra energy, so they give you that extra energy. You kind of match each other. So this is really what relationships are about. It's kind of a compromise, right? It's an exchange. It's hopefully a fair exchange. And usually there's a giving and there's a receiving, and it's going to be different at different points in your life. But this is why learning to manage your sexual energy, to control your sexual energy, to be aware of the flow of subtle energy throughout your body is essential. an essential part of the sexual kung fu training, because you learn to expand, your experience of sex. You learn to expand the sexual pleasure that you can feel as a man without ejaculating. Again, ejaculation is kind of this short circuiting for men. Your pleasure builds to the maximum that your body can hold, and you have to ejaculate. But when you open yourself up a bit more, you do some internal training, you're able to ground your energy, you can hold much, much more of a sexual charge without ejaculating. And then again, you exchange that with your partner consciously, and then you both benefit from it. And it's a very beautiful situation to be in, is in a conscious sexual relationship with someone who is cultivating themselves, you're cultivating yourself. So having this conscious sexual dynamic is one of the most important things, in my opinion, for your health, for your happiness, for having this drive and this love of life, and really having the most complete and fulfilling experience as a human being. Because we came into these polarized human bodies for a reason. We came here to experience, the physical realm and all of its beauty and all of its ugliness, right? And sex can be a very beautiful way to enjoy life, right? And sex can be a very powerful way to charge yourself back up, to connect with someone very deeply, to open yourself up and exchange information, exchange energy with each other, to build each other up and have a deep, intimate connection. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're interested in learning to master your sexual power as a man, to learn to circulate your sexual energy instead of ejaculating it out so you can have full body orgasms and last for hours in bed, check out my 6-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. I'll put more information in the description of this video below. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment below. Have you experienced healing through sex? I'd love to hear. Have a great day, my friends.